Good evening, everybody. I'm back for the live stream. Hoping things go a bit smoother this time. Kind of tried to have a stream last weekend, but ugh, had some issues with OBS and such. And yeah, I think I got those smoothed out. Let me know if anything weird happens during the stream or whatnot. And yeah, I'm gonna be working on a drawing that's for a couple friends. It's also picture for Boss's Day, which I believe is tomorrow. So unfortunately, I don't think I can get this done in time for that, but I still really like this concept, and I think it's going to be cute. And also most importantly, my friends who these characters belong to like the sketch and concept as well. So yeah, we're going for it a bit. So on the left, we have the Cruel Seasons / Syndromes mouse botanist and professor, Dr. David Itka. And on the right, we have Easy D Bud's restaurateur, Russell Swinson, the boar. His name is Russell Swinson, and he is a boar species. And yeah, and I drew them for Boss's Day because they are both my Wolfsky Genji's bosses in Random City. Dr. Itka is his boss for the internship at the university, and as well as his academic advisor. And Mr. Swinson here is his boss at his part-time job at the Spicy Luau Bar and Restaurant. So yeah, I like this. This is gonna be cute. I think it's gonna be cute. I like it. I mean, I had started on the line art already a bit last night after finalizing the sketch, and yeah, I'm gonna go for the line art and see where the night takes me, because I've been busy all day. I actually took the afternoon off from work because I had so many things I wanted to do, because I need to get ready for the weekend, because I have a birthday party out of town tomorrow. So I'm going to be driving out for my best friend's birthday party. I'm very excited. I'm so excited I baked him a pumpkin pie for the occasion. So yeah, I love baking. I have a really good recipe too. What's good about this recipe is that it calls for a deep dish pie crust, but if you get like the regular dish pie crust, this recipe can fill 2 of those. And so that's why I bought a pack of 2. So I was able to make 2 pies at once. One for my best friend, and then the other one I gave to my parents as also part of their, as a anniversary gift, because their wedding anniversary was yesterday. So yeah, my mom and dad both love pumpkin pie, so I was really happy to make it. They really like the pumpkin pie I make, because I've made this recipe several times before. It's one of my favorites. It's very simple too. It's a very simple kind of pie, and very satisfying. And when you get it with this, not, I want to say shallow, but regular dish crust, it's a lighter, like each slice is lighter since it's not so much depth and filling. I mean, it still tastes amazing, and yeah, so it's kind of almost like a tart-ish, I guess you could say, but it's certainly a good pumpkin pie. I tried it because my parents were happy to have, as soon as the pies were ready, happy to have some of theirs, and I had a bit as well, and I am very satisfied. I can't wait for my friends to try it tomorrow. Yeah. So. Ooh. Yeah, I made that. I don't know what that. Oh, that's what that line is. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Also got a lot done today. I filled up my car because I'm going to be driving a lot tomorrow. And Sunday as well. Filled up my car. Got a haircut. Very happy about that. Also went on a walk. Went on a walk for about a mile. Because I like to take my regular walks. Good exercise. And the day was gorgeous today. It rained a bit. Had some passing showers. And a bit of thunder here and there. Not too much. Not severe, but once that cleared up, it was very nice and pleasant for a walk. Bit humid, bit wet on the sidewalks, but overall very pleasant. I put away. I did a lot. Okay, put away some laundry, because that's important to do. Yes, wash dishes before and after my cooking. Because there's some dishes that were on the kitchen counter that I took care of, and then I washed the dishes from the baking. So just overall feeling fairly accomplished today of all the things I've been cramming to do, and also watched a video of a friend of mine. We watched the new Animal Crossing Direct today for the new update that's coming out in November. Looks intense. Oh my goodness. November's gonna be a busy month for me too, game-wise, and also project-wise, because I need to finalize. I definitely need to finalize one of my video essays and publish that in early November. You'll see which one. And then, what else is happening? What else am I doing? Video essay. Oh, games come out. So many games come out. I need to get. I really need to get one of the new Pokemon Gen 4 remake games. I'm leaning towards Brilliant Diamond because I do not like Ugly. I do not like the Lamiao and the evolution Ugly. No. Like also use-wise, I think Skuntank and Skunky, whatever, are just a bit more useful. Because usually, because it's a Pokemon game, I go by not sure where that lag came from. I go for version exclusives, which I think is understandable. Legend on the Box, I could care less about generally, because I do not like legendaries that much. Like most of them get a thank you next, and they're just so friggin' gimmicky. Oh my gosh! Like that's one reason I haven't tried the Crown Tundra DLC for Sword and Shield yet, despite me having it. Is that it's that annoying? It's just so legendary heavy, and I keep thinking like I'll try, and then I think, don't want to bother catching legendaries. Not really. And I was fairly satisfied with my playthrough of Sword and Shield. Not a great Pokemon game, but serviceable enough. And then we'll see what happens with the remakes. The Gen 4 remakes. And then I'm really looking forward to the Arceus game coming out early next year. I think that comes out in January or so. So that's on my list. And also earlier, a couple weeks ago, I started Skyward Sword, so I'm getting through that slowly. Very, very slowly. I just made it to the Lanayru Desert, and the part where I had to go into the, what's it called? The Lanayru mining facility. I haven't gone inside yet, but I'm at the part where I have to find some stuff to open the door to get inside that part of to get inside that dungeon. And I think, yes, I'm pretty sure it's the next dungeon, because I got through the Skyview Temple's the first one. I finished the Earth Temple, so I'm pretty sure the Lanayru mining facility is the next one. And that gets me into the Temple of Time, which, by the way, this was kind of weird to me. So I was playing, in that area, that Lanayru region, so the game's map and the game, like when you go into an area and how it says like this area is called this, I don't know if I might have been not paying attention well, or it seemed like there was some inconsistency. So there was a bit where, so there's the area where you enter, where you can see the Temple of Time in the background. Like you can see that's where it is. You physically have to traverse this area to get into the Temple of Time. When I entered that area, like on the screen, it said Temple of Time, but when I checked the map, it was called something Gorge, like that exact same area. So the game intro and the map called it two different things, which is very odd. And that kind of happened too, where not in the same way, but it's just in a way where it was just distracting enough for me to notice. So it was the part where you get to Skyview Temple. And the map, not the map, but or was it the map? Well, okay, so in Skyward Sword there were warp points. Like there were these bird statues where you can warp to once you dive into that area from above the clouds. So when you dive into the Pharaon region, you get the selection of which after you unlock the statues as you enter those areas. There's the one right outside Skyview Temple, and the way it's described in the statue says it said that that location's called the Forest Temple. which in Ocarina of Time, no, sorry, not specifically Ocarina of Time because it's appeared in other games, but in the Legend of Zelda series, the name Forest Temple you has on at least two occasions designated an actual place. So it'd be easy to think that when you go to that first temple would be called the Forest Temple. But no, we go inside the temple, the game introduces it as Skyview Temple. But that statue outside calls it the Forest Temple, which is, again, just a weird, I wouldn't say it's an inconsistency, as much as just a very curious, deliberate naming quirk. Well, can't really say deliberate, but a curious name, certainly a curious naming quirk that they would go that route. Yeah. Yeah. The Earth Temple gave me less trouble than Skyview Temple. Not just because of having, less health overall, so getting used to controls, but the Earth Temple didn't have any friggin' skulltulas, and I hate spiders. And they made them not weirdly, but they made them realistic enough that encountering them is unnerving for me. And not at all helping is how aggressive and freaky their attack patterns are when they're actually walking on the ground. Oh, no, girl, no. Just not feeling that at all. And I made this a little wrong length. I screwed this up. Sorry about that. Oh, hi! Hi, only coyote that exists. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Yeah. Just came in while I was talking about Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm making my way through it. Slowly making my way through it, but I'm working on it. And I'm enjoying it so far. I'm still getting used to the controls. Well, okay. They're difficult controls to manage, because I'm not using the motion controls. I'm using the Pro Controller. So with the Pro Controller, the sword swings are dictated by the movements of the right joystick. So as you move the joystick to the right, your sword swings to the right. And so on and so forth. Which can be tricky, especially when it comes to Zelda games. I'm used to just hitting things with the sword as fast as possible sometimes to get that, when you have the opening, take it. But in this game, you have to really time your openings, because your enemy could switch their positions in an instant. And that's really tough with certain enemies, where if you hit them the wrong way, they retaliate right away. For example of that is in the Lanayru desert, you encounter bokoblins that have electrified weaponry. So if you hit their electric club or whatever it is while they're guarding, and you hit the guarded weapon, you lose you get shocked, and you lose half a heart from that. So you need to be pretty. It pays to be patient with those guys, particularly. But you have to be careful, because enemies in Skyward Sword will attack you while you're preoccupied with another one. So you need to not get surrounded. Like, avoid that. And then also time your strikes. So it's some trickiness in the combat. I do like the exploration puzzles, though. Those are really neat still. Of course, Zelda games got that going. So, yay! True to form. Because I never played Skyward Sword back in the day on the Wii. Didn't get a chance to. Mostly because when I was at the game store, I thought I could get this. I then thought it's expensive, and then I still need to get the Wii Motion Plus to play the game. That's even more expensive. So I just I kept putting it off and putting it off. And then I thought, you know what? They're remaking the games. I'll wait for the remake. And so I did wait for the remake. And 10 years later, I got it. So, ha! Pays to be patient. And I'm saying that as I've gone less than halfway through the game. Because just so much has been going on. This has been a busy month. Yeah. And November's gonna be very busy as well, and then that's the lead up to the holidays. And girl, it's a lot, but I'm gonna make it happen. Cody says the end of the year is always the busiest. Yes, I believe so because the back end of each year, at least in the U.S., is backload of the big holidays. Because you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, you can count Halloween too, I guess, with all the pomp and circumstance for that. Certainly all the candy and preparations and decorations. Yeah, and then New Year's too. New Year's Eve, and all that. Like people say January is dull because that's when the celebrations are all over, but at the same time, it's like I don't want another holiday at that time because when it comes to January, at that point I'm holidayed out. I need a break from all the holidays and all the preparations for the holidays, which I think is fair for a lot of people. Maybe the kids don't think that way because they get to enjoy all the holidays without probably as much of the preparations put in place for them. Just a theory. Callie says Halloween as a kid, candy, having fun. Halloween as an adult, watching campy straight people being cringy. At least in his area. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I've never been too big on Halloween. I get costumes every now and then. Like this year I have a costume and I'm going to wear it to my friend's costume birthday party tomorrow. So. Yeah. I'm not sure that tail's too thick. The mouse tails are really hard because of how thin they are and long they can be. Yeah. Get a little drink of water real quick because I have my water with me. Okay. So I'm gonna have the stream now through this drawing for a bit of time. See how long I go before I just clock out and then get ready for bed. I already showered, brushed my teeth, moisturized. I just need a floss. And then, check a few things for bed, and then get to bed and get ready to wake up early tomorrow. Not too early, but early enough tomorrow. And get ready for the drive. Finish up getting the things ready for the trip. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Hang on. don't know how I want to draw the toes yet, so I just want to make the outline of them now, and I can work on the lines, separation lines, in a different layer. Oh, Coyote says he's still working on his Animal Crossing Island. Oh yes, I need to get to mine, but the earliest I can get to mine, back to mine, because I haven't played since my birthday, last month. When I get back to the game, the earliest I can do is Sunday, after I come back. So I'm leaving tomorrow morning, and I come back Sunday. I leave from there Sunday morning. I'm staying at my friend's place overnight. And then, yeah, I'll see what I can do about gaming and other things. Because I'm also getting back into some of the Halo games, the Master Chief Collection, for some nostalgia and cheekiness. Yeah, enjoying that part. Don't know which ones I'd live stream here, but I've been kind of more so live streaming in one of the Discord servers. A couple of them, actually. And try to play through one of the servers, at least reach Halo 1 and 2. I kind of want to do 3 just because 3's interesting in that it is arguably my favorite Halo game, but it also has some of the rawest emotions tied to it, not all positive. And I don't want to get into any of that the specifics right now, but that's what just makes it a curiosity for me, just putting that out there. It's a very ODST, however, I feel a bit more warmly for. Like, I played through ODST with some friends, and I played did a playthrough of it by myself solo, and I think that's a much more comforting game. I really like ODST. It's a much shorter campaign than Halo 3, but it's very soft and simple. What I mean by that is that, well, one thing that helps it being simple is that it takes out dual wielding, which honestly overcomplicated Halo 2 and 3 in the combat. It made some weapons had odd stats, where some were almost useless unless they were dual wielded, like the Magnum in Halo 2. Or just useless altogether, like the kind of sort of the Needler in Halo 2. Halo 3, like, I don't know. I guess because I've gotten used to playing so many other FPS games where I don't miss the dual wielding whatsoever, that it feels weird playing with one that seems to encourage it. At least Halo 2 seems to encourage how they balance that game. But Halo 3 might be different for that. At least in Halo 3, how the weapons work, like how the weapon damage works, from what I read, is that dual-wielded weapons deal less damage individually than the same gun held. Okay, like a dual-wielded weapon deals less damage than if that same weapon were not dual-wielded, if that makes sense. That's what I read. So dual-wielding is neat for having combos where one gun takes out the shield and the other gun goes through the health, because like in Halo weapons, they have different, like, weapons. At least they used to have specific roles that they were better for. Like the plasma weapons were better at reducing shields and such, while the human weapons were better at damaging just the health, like once the shields were down. So you would combo a plasma weapon of a human weapon, like the plasma rifle and the SMG. Like, plasma rifle takes out the shields, and then the SMG takes out the health. And then you could also do of course, the combination of the same kind of weapon where you just mow them down with as much firepower as you can manage. Dual-wielded SMGs come to mind. And Reach continued it, but ODST took that away because in that game you aren't playing as a Spartan, you're just playing as a fairly like regular soldier. I mean, an advanced soldier, but still a fairly regular one, like one that's not augmented like a Spartan. And then ODS, like then Reach just didn't want to bother with. Why is there so much lag? Gotta update. So I don't know if something is running in the. Well, I might have some other stuff here I can get rid of. That's probably one thing. I do need to upgrade my computer at some point. Oh. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Had a yawn there. Forgot what I was going with this. What was I talking about? Oh, Reach. Oh yeah, Reach. So Halo Reach does not have dual wielding. And I think part of the explanation there is that the character you're playing as, again, you're not, well, you are a Spartan, but you're not the same kind of Spartan as Master Chief. Like, he's one of the kinds of Spartans. Like, he's a Spartan 2, which are very, very strong. And you're playing, I think, the player character in Halo Reach is a Spartan 3, so not as physically strong as a Spartan 2, I think that's how it works. So that's why you can't dual wield. And then Halo 4, they dropped dual wielding as well, and you play as Master Chief in that one, so the explanation is they don't have one, he just doesn't do it. He just doesn't dual wield, because that makes the game less complicated. And yeah, again, I've been playing through Reach, because I'm trying to play through them chronologically for that server. And I started Reach last weekend there, and again, I don't miss the dual wielding. Because even while I was playing through Halo 3 with a group of friends recently, because we're doing in that different server playing with them, when given the option to dual wield and not to dual wield, I typically didn't dual wield. Because I got so used to having my weapon switch mapped to the mouse scroll, I would have it. I mean, that makes it so much easier to switch between weapons for me, which is how I would play, you know, other FPS games such as Borderlands, where again you has like some of the elemental weapons are better against certain types of enemies or certain like shock weapons drain shields. And if you're facing like a robot with a shield, then you shoot out the shield with a shock weapon, especially on the hard difficulties where elemental damage modifiers count a lot more. Oh, hi, Natalia. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So the shock weapon would take out the shields, and then you'd switch to a caustic weapon to deal more damage against the armor. And so I'm used to that. So for Halo, I'd be similar principle. Like I'd have the plasma rifle, which, by the way, I like the plasma rifle a lot more nowadays than I used to when I was a kid. So I'd take out the shield with the plasma rifle, and if I was close enough, I'd melee them once the shield's down, or switch with the mouse scroll to a different weapon. That could, yeah, just... So yeah. Something that seems easier to do with mouse and keyboard, I think. Oh, by the way. Ah, darn this. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, but it's been weird going back to the Halo games, because I've fallen so out of love with them. I fell out of love with them hard a couple years back. Well, about happened about two. Well, it was gradual from 2010 through 13. It was gradual, and then at 14, like 2014, it was off the cliff, and then I swore off the series, basically. And now I'm not coming back, but I am, because the Master Chief Collection's available on Steam, and some friends are playing it. I thought, okay, I can do the co-op with them, and so far that's what I've been doing, just playing a bit by myself. And despite the misgivings I have for that series, and some of the bad memories, they still feel good to play. Yes, they do. They're well-made games. Well, specifically the Bungie-made games are well-made games. The ones by 343, debatable. Because, I don't know, I played through Halo 4 once, and it just did not click at all. So I'm going to try that again with some friends. We're going to do co-op, and we'll see how that works. And then I never touched Halo 5, because I never got an Xbox One. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've just gotten a lot more, just... But yeah, it's been interesting playing through Halo 3, and because I've only played through Halo 3 and ODST by myself so far since getting Master Chief Collection and started Reach. And a part of my playthrough of of those games has been, in my way, trying to give. I paid the plasma rifle dust back in the day. I obsessed way back in the day, like during the first Halo game, and then Halo 2 and Halo 3 to an extent. Constantly using the plasma pistol, because again, this is when I didn't know jack about the like the weapons utilities, again how they're best used. Because I was a kid back then who liked a gun because it was the color green, it fired green. That's why I liked the plasma pistol. It was as nuanced as that back in the day, and so I played the plasma rifle dust. But now I'm trying to give this plasma rifle her dues, because that's a fun weapon. I guess it just has, since playing the Borderlands games, which replaced the Halo games in my heart mostly. Borderlands 3 wasn't great. I adore the first one. I really like the first one. I adore the second one, and I really like the pre-sequel. And 3 is fine, but that pacing the storyline pacing kills that game so hard. Still fun, but it's a game I haven't played in over a year, and I don't miss it. Gotta say. But yeah, so like the game style, like I'm so used to playing with the SMGs in Borderlands and other games too. Like I find myself very fancying the SMG kind of type, and the plasma rifle has that vibe without the I don't know, the hit scan for the SMG and in the Halo games just doesn't have the same feel, and that's so weird. It's almost full circle. Okay, so my gold standard for burst fire rifles is the Halo 2 and 3 battle rifle. I mean, so that was my gold standard. Like, that's a very good, like, versatile I think user-friendly weapon in the Halo games. So in other games where it's burst fire, that's my gold standard. If it feels like that, if the burst fire gun in a different game feels like that, it's doing a good job in my book. So again, playing Borderlands, dull weapons tend to have burst fire. At least in the second game, they always have burst fire when you're looking down the iron sights resumed. And then in Borderlands 3, It depends on the gun if it has that. If you could switch between burst fire or a different kind of fire. Um, so yes, whenever I got an assault rifle, specifically an assault rifle, that was made by Dahl, which has the burst fire, I would measure it. Which this might be unfair, but I would measure it against the Halo bow rifle because that's a good burst fire weapon that feels good to use. So if something came close to that, it was very good. Nowadays, going back to Halo after playing many, many hours of the Borderlands games, if a game has the gives me the vibe of an SMG, then I feel more comfortable with it because SMGs are some of my go-to weapons in the Borderlands games. Like I always say, for my main playthroughs of those games, like with my main guy, the main weapons in my loadout, I almost always have a Jacob sniper rifle and a Hyperion SMG. Those are my two go-tos, and the other two options are whatever I find good at the time. Usually switching between pistol, shotgun, or rifle. Yeah. It was so goofy for me. I was looking at some gameplay of Halo 5 after not bothering to look at it in the last, well, whenever it came out, like 6 years ago. And some of the weapons in there, and I saw myself thinking that the SMG in Halo 5 looks really cute. Like, I like it because it looks cute. I probably can't play the... I don't know if I'd ever play the game, but that SMG looks cute. And also I can use a plasma rifle again after... I mean, well, kind of, sort of. It's only available in the multiplayer. Because they phased it out in Halo 4 for a weapon that does the same thing, but just looks less unique. So I don't know what the point of that was. They replaced it with the Storm Rifle, which is the same gun functionally, just less creative looking, and yeah. Thanks, 343. Ugh, gosh. Again, like Halo Reach started that trend with for balancing reasons in Halo Reach, they introduced a gun called the Plasma Repeater. So what I heard, like what they did, so there's a game type in Halo Reach called Invasion, where one team is Spartans and the other team is elites. So the Spartans are in charge of defending an objective while the elites invade that area to, complete their objective. So the Spartan loadout includes the assault rifle, the classic Halo assault rifle. Well, not really classic because it changes from game to game, but the at least visually classic Halo assault rifle. So to even the playing field for that game type, they introduced the Plasma Repeater. Because remember I said the Plasma Rifle is very good at stripping away shields, but it's not great at damaging unshielded enemies. So they designed the Plasma Repeater, which takes out shields and does damage to health about the same as the assault rifle. So it's there for balancing that game type. And what's also weird too is that the Plasma Repeater, I think so far, has only appeared in Halo Reach and not in any other Halo games. So. And you can't play as an elite in Halo 4 or 5, I think. And I heard that you can't play as an elite in the upcoming Halo game either, so no reason to have... I mean, they're probably not going to have the invasion. They probably don't have that invasion. At least I can check in 4, but I don't know for sure. So if you don't have the invasion gameplay, game mode, then you don't really need to have the elites have a direct counterpart weapon to the assault rifle. So, yeah, that's how they started to get rid of the plasma rifle. They introduced the Plasma Repeater, which is just a very, I don't know. For one, I think the gun is unappealing visually. It's very bulky, especially when you look next. Like if you do compare it next, like side by side, with the plasma rifle. The plasma rifle is very smooth and very alien-like in appearance, while the Plasma repeater, and then and also then later the plasma what's it? No, it's not called that. The plasma. No. It's called the storm rifle. The gun that replaces the plasma rifle in Halo 4 onward, at least to 5, because I don't know what's happening in Infinity. Don't really care, but yes, like plasma repeater just looks bulky and like ugly, while the plasma rifle still has that good smooth, odd alien like design that it looks like a weapon used by by aliens. And then you go to Halo 4 and you have the storm rifle, which just looks like humans designing an alien looking weapon, and it's so basic. It's pretty much that for me visually the storm rifle just looks like the Covenant carbine but blue. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that conversation. Oh, yeah. So, I feel bad because I don't know what they just got rid of the plasma rifle, so I'm trying to give that weapon some respect because I do like using that weapon. It's good in Halo 3. It's particularly good against the Flood, and I hate the Flood. The Flood suck balls. Back in the day, I hated playing levels with the Flood because I just found them so unfun to fight against. Also, absolutely very, very icky. Ugh, awful. I'd rather fight for Prometheus from Halo 4 than the Flood. And I have not fought the whatever's in Halo 4. No, the Prometheus in Halo 4. Yeah. I haven't fought the whatever's in Halo 5, but yeah, just the Floods. I've always hated the Flood. For me, just depending on the game, they come off sometimes as a Diablo Ex Machina, as just that sudden annoying, like extra annoying, enemy force that can appear seemingly anytime in some of the stories to just be like, oh hey, we're gonna make this level excruciating. Have fun with that. Ugh. Thank you. Next. Okay. Like, it was really hard to swallow how they appeared in Halo 4, because Halo 1 had them with build-up where, oh, okay, I get why they're suddenly here now. Halo 4, they're just already around when you get to Delta Halo. They were around for a while, and it's like, oh, okay, guess they... But everything looks fine for the most part when you land there, and no one says anything about them. I don't know. And were they just biding their time before they infected all? I don't know. And the Halo lore just I don't want to get into any of that because okay. As a brief thing, I think the Halo canon is screwed up to an astounding degree of just retcons, just outside source material, which affected the games. Where there's a lot of stuff where, at least in Halo, that really killed a lot of what any emotional investment I can have in Halo 4. Because there's a lot of there's some bits in that game where you need to know about the expanded universe to make sense of some of the things going on or some of the character motivations, and that is not a good for your standalone game. Seemingly your standalone game, and absolutely your first game, like the first game, like Halo game, full Halo game that Bungie, not Bungie, 343 Industries was making, that you want it to be accessible, but to have so much extended universe lore play a part in the story of your game, lore that a good amount of your game, like your audience, probably doesn't know about or care about, be nearly integral to some aspects of your game's main story. That's going to cause some problems, and that, I mean, it did for me. I was really just not feeling some parts of that story. I mean, no, like a lot of people don't like the Didact as the villain because he comes off as super generic. Because a lot of his backstory and motivation is in supplemental material that a lot of players playing the games would not know about or bother looking for. So that makes your main antagonist come off as, with the main part of the game, as just generic and uninteresting. And that was a choice. Like, I don't know. And that's not even getting into 343's design, print, like some of their design choices for the Halo games. Just, so many lens flares. Like Bungie really tested the limits of the Xbox, and with Reach they made like outstanding models that some of which I still think are being used to a degree today. Well, in the most recent Halo games, and 343 has to come in and for their Xbox game, their Halo game at the close to the end of the Xbox 360's life cycle, or life cycle doesn't sound right for this. Well, you know what I mean. Then what are they going to do to make the game stick out visually? And what they decide to do is make everything so freaking shiny and have so many glares and like light glaring off of smooth surfaces and so many lens flares and just bright, like makes everything make the sunlight so bright like you can't and then for good measure make the elites look like crap too, and 34, I don't know what the frig that was about, but I didn't know about the huge debacle that was the initial release of the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One, but I heard about it recently, so I was, getting a bit back into the series a bit, in the last couple weeks. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't a fan during that period. Woo, no. do the Tuscan. Well, yeah, do that in separate layers because I know it's going to be tricky, and then I need to do the glasses on another layer as well. Oh, I feel like I should at least get his sleeve, a bit of his arm there. It's going to be weird if I don't have it. Yeah, I made that sleeve look very strange. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I did that arm way off. Okay. Okay. now I can start adding in some color, I think. Let's get some new layers. Ooh. Whoa, excuse me. I was not even sure if the hands look quite right. Hands are such a problem for me. Still, ugh. And that bow tie doesn't look quite right. Ah! Actually, it might be fun to try out in Halo Reach. A loadout where, well, no. So far, my best loadout, my preferred loadout, at least when I was playing some firefight in Halo Reach recently, is the DMR, the direct. What's it called? Well, everyone calls it DMR, but I think it stands for. I just learned about this today. I think stands for the Designated Marksman Rifle. Which is introduced in Halo Reach, and it kind of sort of replaced the battle rifle, at least just in what it replaced it in Reach, but then Halo 4 you get both the DMR and the battle rifle. What was I going with this? So you could get okay. So my loadout for some firefights was starting with the DMR and then the plasma rifle. And I had a lot of fun with that combination. I still do have fun of it. So, but now when I play the campaign, I might again sometime soon because I need to continue. I've only gone through the first 2 missions in the live stream in that server. Next, I want to go with the when finding the Covenant Daddies, get the plasma rifle and the plasma repeater. Because if the plasma repeater, from what I hear, does damage to unshielded enemies as well as the assault rifle, that might be interesting combination-ish. I had to test it out first. Well, I don't know if I just want to test it, because I like Covenant weapons. I mean, the Covenant themselves are... oh, I just messed up. That's something bad. Okay. I messed up a couple things bad. I still find some of the weapons fun to use. I like the carbine. I like the plasma rifle. Needler is quirky and it can be fun. I don't know. And then the needle rifle, which also is just in Reach, is fun to. Focus rifle's trash. Well, it seems. Guy's rifle I need to try using again, but I'll get to it. I remember it being trash, and I read it. A lot of people think it's trash. Beam rifle, pretty good. I like the beam rifle well enough. Okay. Excuse me, had a yawn there. Bow tie looks better. Oh. Oh, I messed up the collar. Ugh. I'm gonna fix that later. Ugh. Also, I need to check the hair too, because I don't. This is my first time drawing Russell, so trying out how best to handle this. I missed a whole leg. Gracious. Oh, yeah, I might need to move this part back a bit. Redo the lines there on the soles. Cloudy says, "Who's the boar?" Oh, the boar. Oh, this is Russell Swinson. This character belongs to Easy D Bud on FA and Twitter. Yeah. Oop, not there. Oh, and I'll draw Mr. Swinson's mouth in a bit. Yeah, I'll need to adjust the strap too, so I'm going to move this part back so I can make the strap a bit wider. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's a basic flat color for Dr. Itka. Now I need to get Russell's colors, which will be a bit tricky because I need to make sure I get them from the palette. Oh, real quick. Oh, hi, Arden. Oh, sorry, Andre Ardwolf. Welcome to the stream. Yes. I believe that how he's asking how he wonders how these two would know each other. I think. Well, oh, funny enough. Okay, so I was working with Easy Debud on a Patreon reward, like one of my Patreon. Well, okay, so I'm part of his Patreon, and I'm in a tier where I can get colored sketch from him. and one of them I was asking for him to draw Russell Swinson, like what his hobby would be, and we settled on like we were kind of talking about it, and we settled on him being interested in gardening, and so now I think because Dr. Itka is a botanist that that they both met through their shared interest in gardening. And also, Mr. Swinson owns a bar, and Dr. Itka likes to drink. These two have quite a bit in common. Not so much body types in common, but hobbies and interests in common, certainly. Very different body types. I get one of my clothing white colors. Wait, is there one here? No, not really. Okay. Oh, here we go. Just want to grab my white that's not absolutely white, but different white than the fur white that I use for undershirts and such. There we go. Oh, when you get my shading color. Oh, I don't want it there. Oh, don't look at that. Some of the pictures I saved, references from Easy D Bud's art that I helped for my some of his character reference sheets that I save for when I draw his characters. What am I looking for? Oh, we got the purple. Oh no, I was just on where I need to go. Okay. Before I get some shading, I want to color in some corners and also read some line art here and there. First, color in the... Ooh. Make some adjustments to line art here as well already. was it doing? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna be right back just a moment. Let me just kind of zoom out here. Okay, just a quick moment. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Let me see. Yeah. Just had to take care of something quick and... Oh, yes, thank you for stopping by, Coyote. Really appreciate you watching the stream. Good night. Alright, so I'll go for a little bit longer. Turns out I have more time tomorrow because I don't have to get to that party until later, so Don't have to leave right away. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot I'm working down here. Okay. Okay. I'll drink of water real quick. Excuse me. I'm a bit relieved that I don't have to leave the house too early to go drive to my friend's party. The only downside is later in the day means there'll probably be a bit more traffic. But it is what it is. Oh, wrong layer. Ooh, okay. Man. Ooh. Excuse me, how yawn there. We were talking about Halo earlier. Song that's playing right now on my iTunes is Infinity by Mariah Carey, which is song I associate now with Halo. And this was way before the current, well, Halo, guess Halo 6, H6, or whatever you want to call it, ended up being called Halo Infinity, which just ended up being a very funny coincidence. Ha! Dang. Also, considering the trajectory of the Halo franchise in recent years, this song weirdly fits. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, now I should get to Russell's face because I skipped that part. Ugh. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, that bead in the back is a bit round, sir. Does not, well... Oh, hang on just a moment. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just getting a bit distracted with some things, but it's alright. Is the pink the same on his nose as the ears? I think so. Alright. Yeah, well... Well, there's two different pinks, actually. I know the same here. I don't know where the other pink comes from. Can't be the... well... The tongue, maybe? No? They're pretty much the same, so... I'll go with this pink for now and see. didn't want the 7-1 near that. I need to keep going, but I'm feeling a weird bit of fatigue. But, well, again, it's a long day and all that. Okay. I have a lot of details I need to draw in, so I can get to that part. I have some basic bits down. Then I'll need to get to eyes. Eventually. I made that a 10. Yeah, okay. That's close, but I don't. Let me see. I think I should work on eyes next. Well, yeah. Well, okay. Work on the ears here, and then add eyes. Dr. Itka has really bushy eyebrows. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, that wasn't that layer. Good to know. Okay, I did something in the wrong layer. Darn it. Hmm. Yeah, trying to figure out new ways to do the glasses. It works sometimes, but other times. Hmm. By making the glasses too big. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I screwed up there. Trying to see how Syndrome does his glasses on this character. That doesn't help. I still think I'm making the glasses a bit too big. Yeah, I just feel a bit too big still. Also, I make the character's eyes pretty big. Well, that's my style, so. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. Let me see. I think I'm gonna do something. Well, they are at an angle, so they wouldn't be straight on. Yeah, okay. I need. I don't know what I was trying to do, but. Yeah, it's. I think I figured this out probably. Ooh, what layer did I do this on? me check something really, really quick. Oh, sorry for the delay. I was just checking something. Yeah. How do I separate these layers? Okay. Well, I put that in layer 2, I guess. Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep that in layer 9 for now. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, that's cute. And I've been going for almost 2.5 hours with some distractions here and there, but I'm managing. All right, I can do some more, and then I'll see where I can stop. I'll get some of these details drawn in. Oh, okay. Sorry if I'm quiet. I've just been distracted and running close to empty. Oh, it's almost 11. Okay. Okay, almost 11 my time, so I think that's a good stopping point. When I get to 11, it's still 10 minutes to that. So in 10 minutes, I think I'll consider stopping. Until then, I'm going to keep on going. Oh, that's kind of you, Arden Wolf. He says, "No worries, you're in the zone. Nothing wrong with that." Kind of. I was really distracted with a couple things because again, thinking about tomorrow, and because I also had my friend on Discord talking about that, and then something else going on Discord as well, and the messages just kind of a bit senseless distractions, but distractions nonetheless. I mean, well, they're senseless. I just kind of describe them as yeah. Anyway, things happening. Okay, that was awful. Tried to make that kind of funny, but it did not land at all. Or no, it didn't even take off. Didn't even bother to land. Gracious, I'm sorry. Oh, I made that line too long. Oh, okay, no, that thickness is fine. I'm gonna go back to 12 for these other inseams. Oh, wrong layer. Yeah, I'm messing this up. Okay. Usually better at toe, so I'm messing up so badly on this one. How forward this toe is actually going. I need to maybe adjust the sandal on the other foot a bit. It's 11 already. I feel like I should make these longer. Maybe not that much longer, if much at all. Oh. Okay, I think one more song, because that song that's playing right now that just started is The Edge of Glory. I think that's a really good finale song for the stream. which layer was that? Okay. Okay, so Dr. Itka. Well, no, yeah, I should get to his fingers now. Oh. As I'm getting to the glasses yet. Ugh. That they're holding. Because those will be colored in a different. Those will be drawn in a different layer different layer. I'm not sure which one yet, though. Ah! Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. What layer is this on? Ah. Okay. It's hard to feel the rush, to rush the dangerous. I'm gonna run to the edge with you, where we can both father in love. Might be able to work on this a bit tomorrow morning before I have to travel. And I don't know if I could finish this tomorrow. And I will try to leave early Sunday morning so I can get back here Sunday afternoon, and then I can work on this some more and get it done for either posting on Sunday or sometime early next week. And then I need to dive into Halloween drawings, as well as a commission. Yeah, I'm not crazy about those hands. They're they're kind of okay for now. Well, excuse me. Okay. Oh. Sure, color that tip in. All right, and that is it for tonight's stream. Saving, and okay, good. hour 46, almost 47 minutes done. That was good. Got a lot of work done, flat color, got a lot of details on Dr. Itka, and I'll move on to the details for Mr. Swinson. And yeah, I hope everyone had fun watching live on Twitch or later on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, had a good time. Gonna keep working on these drawings, and you can follow me on Twitter at Gaming Genji for see more drawings, and also I'm on FA Super Genji on FA and DA. I also have Gaming Genji on Tumblr that I post every now and then, and yeah. Oh, and also Gaming Genji on YouTube in case you're wondering. You want to check out some of my previous streams and some of my scripted content that I make now and again. Yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you all next time.